Hey everyone, Lone Wolf Jedi here, and I'm using a new Bluetooth headset, so unfortunately they don't have the technology to where it can record the actual audio of the game, so still gonna have to wait on that. Anywho, we're gonna do this moment, before I get back into, before I go farm the Christmas event. Basically, I'm farming enough to where I'll just use up the lotto boxes, because I don't really need any of the items. Wait a minute, there is actually one that I need more of, and that's let's take a look at it here. Every time I hear Nightingale, I hear Harsher May. It's mostly because it's the same voice actress, Miyuki Sawashiro. I could use some of those exits first, so I could probably farm that stuff. But yeah, right there, the scale of fantasy. I'm going to have to do the farm those whatchamacallit thingies. Pillow of Devotion. And you know what? Let me just go ahead and get some more of these. How many do? Okay, I got 114, so I'm gonna need 400. But how many of them? How many do I need for? Yeah, 400 of each. Anyway, So anyway, I'm like hurrying home, like shit. I got stuff to do. I got a bit to do, because it was like, for right now, it was like less than half an hour for it to finalize. Don't want to get caught up in that. Anyway, and back into, and then I gotta I'm like, I gotta do a video for Thursday. So all right, so let's get right back into Olympus. Getting you caught up. We're about to go out and do some. We're about to go out and basically continue the plan from the previous group of people. We're gonna create a grand summoning circle to summon a grand servant, which I'm thinking it's most likely could be Orion, because I don't know of any other anyone else from this Lostbelt that was involved in this. Anyway, so let's get right back into it, and we got a no battle sequence. Here we go. Section 9. Thou art the ardor of the corrupts of the stars. The corrupt, or whatever, I can read that fast. Initiating God Destroyer Alliance. Base underground transfer. Huh? Are we moving the entire base? Yeah. Why? Whoa! Everything's shaking. Is this right an elevator's like? This base is originally an all-purpose maintenance vehicle for the underground infrastructure. You know, the kind that goes around fixing whatever needs it. We can also walk along the underground corridors, but they're actually hard to navigate, and it would take forever. Of course, if you were to spend a few days to get to our destination, it could work. What do you want to do? Let's just stick with moving the whole base. Good call. Besides, Sister and I wouldn't even be able to contact you in the East District if we stayed here. Anyway, it shouldn't take us long to get there at this rate. Just be careful you don't lose your footing. Man, I never would have thought never would even thought to try moving this entire place. It sounds like it's old to you, an old hat to you. It's like it's old hat. I mean, old hat. It's not. It sounds like it's old hat to you guys, but Olympian tech is pretty amazing to me. It's Atlantis, not Olympus. Atlantean. I mean, at least that's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. They say our ancestors originally came to Olympus from the continent of Atlantis about 10,000 odd years ago. It's also why we think the second Makia may have played a part in Atlantis' destruction. Unfortunately, we don't know anything for sure, as all the records pertain to that time we lost long ago. Ooh, fall? The continent of Atlantis? That's right. It's believed to be a continent that once existed in the Atlantic Ocean. It's one of proper human history's most well-known legends. It was once a prosperous empire rich in natural resources, but over time its people lost all respect for the gods and the rule of law. So the gods punished them by flooding the entire empire and sinking the continent into the sea. At least that's how the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described it in his two dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. Oh? It's one of many flooding legends that have been passed down through different civilizations, like Mesopotamia. The flooding of Atlantis is said to have taken place sometime around 9000 BC, but the theory of continental drift claims otherwise. If we assume that all our current continents were originally a single giant landmass, Pangaea, then there's no place where a mythical lost continent could fit. Yeah, so that's the thing. Now that's the thing that could, disprove the existence of Atlantis, because if you combine all the continents together, they form one giant landmass that scientists have deemed Pangaea, or Panagea. That's how it's spelled. Don't know how it's pronounced, but I pronounce it Pangaea. At least that was the operating theory as of 100 years ago or so ago. That said, I doubt the discovery of plate tectonics has done much to advance Atlantis' cause. Furthermore, given that there has been exactly zero discoveries of any Atlantean artifacts, the sole historical record we have for existence is Plato's writings. However, that still leaves one question unanswered. Right, what if the continent Atlantis really did exist, but in a way that was completely unlike any other continent we know about? I can't deny it's a possibility, especially now that we know it is possible for something to exist without leaving behind a single trace, namely the realm of mystics. And that's not all. There's also the very act of using magecraft to materialize a servant. While the existence of most things can be proven with physical evidence and written records, the same cannot be said of mystics. In which case, right, if what Adele and Mercurius told us about the mechanical gods is true. Precisely. The gods of Olympus would have arrived on the continent of Atlantis long ago, thereby bringing civilization to prehistoric peoples. Though, of course, in that case, those events would be more akin to the work of Jules Verne than they would Plato's Timaeus and Critias. Okay, before I continue on, Jules Verne. The only writings I know of by Jules Verne were Around the World in 80 Days and three. Around the World in 80 Days, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, and The Time Machine. At least I think it wasn't Around the World in 80 Days written by Jules Verne? Because I know 10,000 Leagues Under the Sea, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea was. Huh. Good grief, I can practically see Sir Doyle's face grinning in delight. As in Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the prestigious author who immortalized your exploits in novel form? I've read every book that he ever published. And I've seen the movie versions. Well, at least all the ones you are in Holmes. I still remember the first time I saw the Granada version like it was yesterday. Well, Mosh, you're practically glowing. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get carried away. You're too kind, Miss Caroline. I only hope I get the chance to tell Sir Doyle what dedicated fans he has. Now then, back to the subject of Atlantis. This has been a most fascinating discussion. Depending on when this Lostbelt first came about, this could mean that the mythical continent of Atlantis truly did exist on our Earth. If the same were true in proper human history, there would surely still be some trace of physical evidence pertaining to the continent's sinking. Indeed, such an event would have affected the topography of the entire planet. No doubt someone would also have discovered something along paleomagnetic lines as well. And yet, in proper human history, there is not one piece of evidence that the continent of Atlantis ever existed. Oh, no evidence of the continent's existence, huh? Ha ha! By Jove, that's it! It may not be a proverbial smoking gun, but we've got collateral evidence right here. Holmes? Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. This is still only a hypothesis, but I do believe I've solved the riddle. If we assume that the legendary continent of Atlantis truly did exist in proper human history, then we can now say that with a fair degree of certainty that what it truly was, let me restart that. Then we can now say with a fair degree of certainty of what it truly was. It's really no great mystery at all. Take a look around. Where are we standing right now? Oh, right, Olympus. Precisely. As you all know, we are currently standing on a small part of the interstellar mountainous city of Olympus. And what, pray tell, is the nature of Olympus' existence? Oh, I get it now. Olympus isn't a natural landmass. It's a mysterious, enormous artificial structure. It's essentially a virtual continent built inside a supernatural hollow space, and with advanced technology well beyond the scope of proper human history. Right you are, Miss Carolite. Granted, this is the most preliminary theory that may well change as more information comes to light, nonetheless. I must say, I had never dreamed this adventure of ours would involve me deducing the existence of Atlantis. Oh, now I get it. Mostly. Basic Olympus and Atlantis are both pretty impressive, yeah? Totally got it. Well, I mostly got it. I definitely, absolutely, mostly totally got it. Yep. Somehow still not really convinced you got it. You get it, Musashi. By the way, Dylan Macarius, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. It's about the underground infrastructure we use of transport as we speak. Sure. What is it? You said this whole underground area was safe because it used to be Hades' domain, or something, right? I was just curious what the full story there was. Hades is one of the gods who was killed in the fourth Machia, right? Yes, that's right. All the gods who fought for coexistence between human and god, were defeated and destroyed during the Olympia Machia. And Hades was one of them. So that explains why people can't die, because without Hades, there's actually no underworld, or something like that. At least that's my guess. After the war, Zeus ended up taking over the domains of every god they defeated. That, along with enslaving Poseidon, gave him full control over the Sea of Atlantis, or the entire Sea of Atlantis. But it was a different story for Olympus' underground infrastructure. Sorry, I'm yawning here. Hades decided to take his own life, and the resulting explosion sealed off this underground domain. Thanks to that, the underworld became a dark zone that nobody could easily touch. Nobody except those who were allied with Hades and the faction fighting for coexistence. Now I gotcha. That explains it. I always find it strange how an all-powerful god like Zeus knows everything that happens on the surface, but can't seem to do anything when it comes to this underground area. It's pretty much down to luck. That things worked out this way. As ships, Hades and Zeus were both based off the Titan Cronus. Of course, the leader of the Titans. As gods, that put them in the same class of deity. So even when Zeus became omnipotent, he'd still need to allocate all of his power to see everything going on in the dark zone. And right now, Zeus is using most of his magical energy to keep Olympus and Tree of Emptiness Magellan up and running. Then you're saying that is a weakness we can take advantage of. That's right. We believe that's where our hopes for victory lie. Oh, everything just shook again. Damn, I must have fallen asleep. We there already? You know, I would have put something else. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Yeah, the base is done moving along the underground. Let's go to the surface. We'll be going with you this time, since this is a covert mission. Oh! Eek! Fool! There you go again. Didn't I tell you not to jump on my sister, you big squirrel? A cute boy, a cute girl, and a cute animal, all together. You'll love to see it. That thing's not really a squirrel, right? Yeah, about that, Canis. Alright, trying to get yourselves killed out there. There's no in hell I'm gonna play pretend. So you guys can knock yourselves out, acting like the idiots you are. I'll hang around in my spirit form in the meantime, and pop out if things turn violent. Oh? What? What do you mean by play pretend? Oh yes, it means you need to be careful about your choice of words on the surface, or Zeus's scans will catch you. Oh yeah, you said something about that back when we fought Demeter. That's right. Now then, we need to get our cover story straight. Let's see. Okay, I think I've got it. Slaria, Mosh, Musashi? You three will be our distant relatives from the very edge of the South District. As for you, Holmes, no need to worry about me. I'll stay close by my spirit form as well. Oh, I call it the sister role. I always want a couple of cute siblings of my own. Guess you'll be my other big sister then, Hamash. You want me to be the middle child? I was kind of hoping I could be the youngest child. And you could be my big sister, Senpai. Alright, okay, let's go with that then. I presume there's a risk of our conversation may be eavesdropped upon on the surface of Macarius. Basically, you catch on quick, don't you? It has been said. It's not really eavesdropping, though. It's more like he's openly listening to everything anyone says. They say it's because Zeus himself watches over everything we humans do, that he's protecting us. I see. So they have a state of constant surveillance. Oh. Zeus might be able to see everything that happens above ground, but he can't actually tell individual people apart. It's just like how we humans can't tell individual ants apart, or, well, that's about how I think it works. Oh, fascinating. That would certainly seem to lend a credence to the AI's belief that Zeus is exceptionally powerful, but not truly omnipotent. However, his hearing's a different story. He listens to every single conversation people have on the surface. You mean he's able to meaningfully hear and comprehend the utterances of 10 million people down to the census simultaneously? I can scarcely imagine what such immense data processing capabilities must be like. Small wonder he had so little difficulty traveling the universe. Such incredible multi-purpose functionality would certainly make him appear omnipotent, if he is not truly so. Well, he's not a god for nothing. Not to mention, this is Zeus we're talking about. He does a bunch of things that'd be impossible for humans to pull off. Fofo. Most impressive. It sounds as though he's essentially Olympus' one god echelon program. Oh, I've heard of that. That was a kind of super surveillance system a few countries collided on, right? Colluded on, right? No, Ms. Miyoto. Echelon was never anything more than an urban legend. It's no different than the purported evil of the purported devil of the crossroads, or a serial killer hiding under your bed. Then again, perhaps the devil of the crossroads is more of a mystic than Echelon. No matter. Oh yeah, hold on. Then again, perhaps the devil of the cross is more of a mystic than Echelon. Well, no matter. It's still the same broad category. But the same is not true for Zeus. His surveillance mechanisms and control devices are unabashedly present in all aspects of life here. I think Olympus for Utopia. I took Olympus for Utopia, but in fact the control as government wields over its people is far greater than any we see in the Lostbelt. No wonder the division between the coexistence of ruling factions was so great that it led to a full-blown machia. You're starting to understand what things are like here. So, think we can get going now? Oh, good. Then let's get this summoning circle operation underway. Everybody ready? Seeing how those soldiers we ran into last time all look like they came from the East District, I'm guessing we'll be in for an especially rough time around here. So let's be ready for that. Thank you, Masashi. But we were actually hoping to stop by our house before we begin the operation in earnest, if that's okay. You two used to live here? Oh, actually, we forgot something there. We need to get it. We need to get it. Yes, we have to postpone the start of this mission. I'm sorry. We should have told you sooner. Oh? Seriously? Screw that noise. I'm taking a nap. Wake me up when you finish whatever stupid crap you're going to do. So you're going to camp out here just like that? I guess, then again, I guess I'm not one to talk. What are you, stupid? Don't you know it's dangerous for a woman to camp out by herself? Really? You're really going to lecture me on that? Oh, Adele, can I ask what is it you forgot at your house? It's something we're all going to need. The last time we used it, we messed up the timing and our whole squad got wiped out. Your entire squad? Okay, got it. Right, Master. Whoa. So this is Olympus' East District. There's so many statues as big as skyscrapers here. And the city itself is so elaborately designed. Yet it's also filled with a real gentle sense of beauty everywhere I look. Well, you're going to see giant statues in the art district. Is this your first time coming to this part of town? Oh, right. I have to assume that our old backstory about being from the countryside won't work anymore. No, of course not, but it has been long enough that I couldn't help but get a little worked up. Truly, they really are impressive statues. Right. Woof, or woof, special. Don't mind me. Just your ordinary, everyday doggo here. Who's a good boy, Plato? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Woof, woof. Good, it doesn't look like anyone's paying attention. It's paying Senpai and me any special notice. The visually disguised the kids must still be working as intended. Seems like they're affecting Musashi too. Just like we hoped. So far, so good. It's been a long time since you've been here too. Hasn't it, Plato? Come on, who's a good boy? Oh. Hey, what's with the cold shoulder? Come on, not playing around. Our home sweet home isn't much farther from here. Okay. Why don't we head back to the house and take a breather before we look around the city? You guys could use one after all the hard work you've been doing. Plus, I think Sister here has been looking forward to cooking something for you. Can't say I'm especially looking forward to it myself, but... Macarios! Macarios? Okay, I want to have your cooking for the first time in a long time, too. Happy now? I swear, a few hundred years without cooking anything, and now you can't wait to get in the kitchen. Well, of course. You know we haven't seen our distant relatives in forever. We have to make them feel welcome. Right? Yeah. Ooh, wow. What's going on? What's gone into you, Plato? I was watching a couple of beautiful people doing a little back and forth. Stop that, Plato. You know it's rude to growl in public. Hey, it's Macarios. Look, Adele's there too. Adele's here too. Hey, yeah, they're both back. Oh man, it's been so long. Ooh, they got a dog with them. At least I think it's a dog, right? It's so cute. Where have you guys been all this time? Oh yeah, you're traveling all around Olympus now, right? I think you went to the South District last. Yeah? It looked like things were pretty bad down there. Are you two okay? Did you get caught in the crossfire? We're fine, thank you. But it was scary seeing the city there in such disarray. You guys been doing okay while we've been away? Oh yeah, we've been having ambrosia every day. So we're doing great. How about you two? Have you been okay? Yeah, we're fine. Thanks. So this ambrosia is still being distributed. You know that Demeter's gone. Does this mean Zeus has taken over Demeter's role? Even while he's still pouring magical energy on Olympus, the tree of emptiness? Just how much magical energy does he actually possess? So you guys see the Chaldeans while you were in the South District? Their demons want to destroy our world, right? Do they look really scary? Beats me. We never saw them, so we have no idea. They say one of them's got a demonic blood-red mark on her right hand. You designed Senpai's command spells too this time. You disguised Senpai's command spells too this time. So we should be okay, I think. So who are these people? Are they your friends? Are you guys from the South? Did you see the Chaldeans? Lady with the red hair? Nope, I didn't. Aww. Hey, those Chaldeans are gonna come here, right? I don't want all of us to die. I hate them. I wish there were no such thing as bad people. Yeah, me too. But it's okay, we'll be fine. If they do show up here, our dad will take care of them. Because you know what? Our dad's a soldier. Pretty cool, right? Stupid Chaldeans. Hope that kills them all. Yeah, they should just die and leave us alone. I don't know if I agree with that. Huh? But Chaldeans do bad things. That makes them bad guys, right? Queen Europa even said so in her address. And if they're bad guys, then they should definitely die. Simple as that. See, I think they're bad so they should die might be a little too simplistic. If nothing else, I think it'd be good for us to find out why they are the way they are. Like, are they really destroying the world? Are they really so evil they deserve to die? Who knows? Maybe they've got their own good reasons for doing what they're doing. Maybe there's some larger truth driving their actions that we have to come to terms with. And maybe they don't want to be here taking on Olympus, but they are anyway because they think it's the right thing to do. It's worth your while to imagine things like that, you know, especially since it doesn't cost you anything. That's pretty tough. If that was the case, I don't know how I'd feel about it.
Yeah, me neither. But wait, hang on. It's still bad to do bad things. If you've got a reason for doing them, right? Yeah, that's true. You're not wrong there. But don't forget, there's nobody in the whole world who never makes any mistakes. People can't always make all the right choices. Sometimes, to stop being evil, you have to let go of being good a bit. And when you do, the important thing is to be honest with yourself. You can't just rationalize your actions away by telling yourself you had no other choice, or that what you're doing is somehow right. I know if I was up against someone who was under no illusions that they were doing something wrong for what they sincerely believed were the right reasons, I wouldn't want to kill them just because they were bad. I want to know if they were made why they made a choice like that, what motivated them to do it. And while I was at it, I'd want other people to know how they felt too. At least that's what I think. What about you two? Sashi, is that why? Ah, that's our alarm. Sorry, we have to go home now. Bye. See you later. Later. Goodbye. Bye. What was that all about? Why are you so worked up over a couple of kids? What do you mean kids? Aren't they like 10,000 years old? Guess you got me there. Woof woof. Settle down, you. Come on, let's go already. If those kids' curfew alarms are any indication, there'll probably be sunset soon. See the residential tower next to the statue of Aphrodite? Bacardius and I live there. In apartment 5203, on the 52nd floor. Whoa! So spacious. Does this mean they're upper class? No, wait. No concept of monetary economy doesn't exist here. And since they also have just nothing in the way of jobs or professions, I don't see how they could have class-based distinctions like commoner or aristocrat either. It's so big! This place is pretty average. People who really care about the size of their homes might choose somewhere bigger. But this is usually the kind of apartment you get unless you have a big family or something. Please have a seat and make yourselves at home. I'll go get us some juice. Okay. Woof. All right. There. He just snapped his fingers. That's the sign we agreed on to let Holmes know it was okay to come out in spirit form. The Olympians might have found this outfit strange, but Zeus shouldn't be able to tell the difference. I do beg your pardon for the intrusion. I hope my footsteps weren't too loud. Don't worry, I'll be able to notice footsteps. Just don't break into song or anything. Our neighbors aren't too fond of that. I see. Zeus are also monitoring the number of people making footsteps in a given room. You know something was strange when that number suddenly increased out of nowhere. But if I understand this right, it looks like footsteps are beneath his notice. Here you go. I'm afraid it's not freshly squeezed, but it's still nice and cold. Thank you, Adele. Most kind of you. Don't mind if I do. Glug, glug, glug. Ah, that hit the spot. Woof. Yes, don't worry, Plato. I've got a shallow bowl of juice for you too. Woof. Yummy. The sweetness doesn't overstay its welcome. And it's got just the right amount of tartness. Thank you very much. Not at all. Thank you for the lovely drink. I won't soon forget this flavor, I assure you. Now then, before we go over whatever it is you two forgot, I need to ask you a more personal question. Tell me, Adela Macarios, may I ask where the rest of your family is? They died in the Olympomachia. Killed? Yeah, My mom and dad supported Athena and Ares, so. Oh. I'm sorry we're up on such a painful subject. Relax, it's fine. This was thousands of years ago, remember? And besides, it's not like our family's all gone. So you guys. There's nothing taboo about discussing the Machia. It's basically like extolling the gods' victories. I was looking at the amount of. I can actually unplug my charger here. Besides, sister and I weren't part of the coexistence faction like mom and dad were. Let me change the tone of that. Besides, sister and I weren't part of the coexistence faction like mom and dad were. He's lying. He and Adele were both part of the coexistence faction during the fourth Machia. But he's assuming Zeus is listening in and being careful not to say anything about that would arouse suspicion. Guys certainly do have talking about the Machia, don't they? Anyway, it's great. It's getting late, so we should probably have dinner soon. You'll help me, right, Macarios? Yeah. I'll help too. Then I'll help by playing with Plato. Here, boy. Come on, boy. Oh, come on. Why are you growling at me? Let's all help them make dinner. I should have seen that one coming. Okay, I'm in. Besides, it looks like fun. Thank you, everyone. I can tell it's going to be the most fun we've had at dinner in a long time. Okay, well, that was quite a long bit right there. Okay, Gunshare, Alien Alliance Base. Okay, I've got another No Battle one coming up. That'll be in the next video. Until then, this is Lostbelt saying thank you all for watching. Take care of yourselves. Okay. Got a little text from my niece, so I'm going to check that out off screen. Later, guys.